Hey, Den family, it's Den Mother Amanda coming back with another live stream. And yes, I'm doing another stream on incels. And I did last time I did two streams on incels and transmaxing. This time I'm going to do one on transma or incels that have been known to kill and commit suicide. And incel stands for involuntarily celibate. Um, and for years, and it seems like they get some kind of inferiority complex. It's driven by narcissism, and they seem to tend to believe that they're better than everyone. And they don't seem to understand why they're not having intimate relationships with women. And incels are usually males. Usually, most of the time, males. I think probably over 99% of the time are males. Uh, I've heard the possibility of some female incels. It's usually been mostly males that I've heard of that have been incels, involuntarily celibate. And I think a lot of that's because of their attitude. And it's just their narcissism, and it's just ridiculous. It's so gone so far where someone transmaxing. Okay, transmaxing is where they've um, medically transitioned and not have gender dysphoria. And I got into this a little bit through the last two streams that I did on transmaxing incels of transmax. And that's not legitimately transgender or transsexual, because require being transsexual or transgender medically transitioning is we have gender dysphoria, and you feel like you need to medically transition to feel like you're comfortable to be able to live life, the way that you would really desperately want to. Um, they discussed a transmaxing manifesto that they've even gone and lied to mental health providers to get a gender dysphoria um, diagnosis. So, but anyway, that's not what we're going to be talking about today. I'm going to bring up a few names, and I'm not really good at bringing up things on my screen to show right yet. Still, and I know I've been doing this for a while. I'll give you some names. You can check into them on YouTube, because that's where I saw some of these incels that commit murder. And I guess we're going to start with it. This isn't the first one, but you see, this person seems to be known as the king of incels. Okay, which would be Elliot Rogers, and he's killed 6 people at UC Berkeley in Santa Barbara, and this was a while back ago. I can't remember the exact date. I should have wrote it down. I didn't have it wrote down. And like I said, you can YouTube his name and find out that extra information. And then just not bringing stuff up. Yeah, he's been called a hero by other incels. Okay, now don't get me wrong. Not all incels do this. Okay, and I don't think that all incels transmax either. Okay, um, and he's been and just by some of the things that I've seen this person talk about on his channel, and other people bring up about him and the way he talks when he's doing his posts, he talks about everyone else, and not understanding why that he's not able to get females to date him and have intimate relationships with in bed. Okay, and apparently, supposedly, he's had a couple of girlfriends, and it just hadn't lasted long, or for whatever reason, I think it's because he's got a narcissistic behavior, has had narcissistic behaviors, and other behaviors that are really what women don't want, girls don't want, whether he's dating a biological woman or a trans woman. Um, those are the things that just no, or eventually not attracted to that stuff. It's a big turnoff. He seemed to be somewhat of an attractive person. Um, and like I say, it comes back to the attitude of feeling it. Most people have narcissistic tendencies or are narcissists also have an inferiority complex, and they feel inferior, and also they become narcissists and believe that they are better than everyone else, and everyone else is beneath them. And he has committed murder, and he's planned to he's had plans to kill at Ohio State College. I think very well may have done. He may not have. And he failed at the U.S. Army getting into the. And it's just all this stuff. It's just it comes back to the internal self. And yeah, relationships are very. I'm getting nervous when it comes to trying to find a relationship. The girlfriend or wife, whatever type of relationship it is. And yeah, I totally get it. And it's that part of it I get. These people don't do anything about it to get that extra help that they need. That mental health evaluation. What I'm saying? That's one thing where therapy would help. Because it really stinks when you have that low of a self-esteem and you feel that insignificant. It sucks. It really does, and I can empathize with that. Where empathy stops and is not sympathy, they take it too far, way too far, and that switch in the brain. It's like, Yahoo. Nope. Oh, my lordy. Lordy. And he's not the only one. They got Christopher Sean Mercer, and incel killer. He's killed. And he at a community college in Oregon. He was known to be being unruly as a child. Some of it, and just because they're unruly doesn't mean that they're incels or that they're going to end up committing murder. Okay, and I'm bringing up this stuff when it comes to incels and transmaxion killing, so people can be aware of it. Not to scare people, but to be able to look out for incels. Because some of them do get this inferiority complex and do people harm, and it's just no. And this guy, Christopher Shaw Mercer, was also placed in psychiatric hospitals and put on psychiatric meds. Okay. And I was there as a child. And what he does as an adult, I guess that's up to the person. I think he's probably stopped doing what was possibly helping the person, helping him, and it just got worse and worse and worse. And he's another person that is narcissistic, and like I said before, due to inferiority complex and not being able to find women to date and have romantic relationships with. And yeah, like I said, it stinks. It does stink. You know, it's so not getting, just they tend to blame women for not being able to have those sexual relationships, romantic sexual relationships, and it's not their fault. It's not women's faults. It's just not. Um, what's gone wrong with these people? I'm not a therapist or psychologist. I may have ideas of what's gone wrong, but something up here's gone wrong. And they have a hard time building relationships with romantic relationships and being able to hold on to them. And it's just, yeah, it's troubling, and what I want to bring up too is that, yeah, some of them transmax, some of them don't. Okay, I haven't found any of them that have done transmaxing yet that have become killers. I haven't seen that yet. So I don't know if it happens or not. If they transmax and become killers or not, I don't know for sure. So I'm not going to say one way or the other. Um, I think some of these incel men could be nice people. They just have a hard time, formulating relationships, intimate relationships. Um, and some of it because I think it's sometimes ego and narcissism. Especially for those who have become killers, and they've also committed suicide once they kill people. Um, they tend to suffer from great, some kind of multiple mental health disorders, and tend to be narcissistic and tend to feel that the world is against them, um, and doesn't care about them for whatever reason. And I don't know, just about wanting to, I have a feeling a need to actually grow, and all of this other nice stuff that we try to do to be a better people. Granted, yeah, it's difficult. It really is difficult. Sometimes it's difficult to become a better person. Some of us have difficult times. And I think that's everybody has difficult times. And finding ways to get through those difficult times is something major that we can all get better with through the course of time. And it and it's just like I say, it seems to be more a male thing that have become incels and turn into these for lack of better terms, killing and suicide machines. Um, and I think if we know that there's incels that are having problems and struggling and having, just looking out for the signs where they may want to be doing harm to other people and then maybe themselves, maybe trying to find out how we can help them and become better people so they don't have to do this stuff. Or they don't have to, they feel that hopefully we can help them feel that they don't have to do these things. And I feel that they have to have this despise for women and kill people or kill couples because they have this like whatever going on in their mind that where they have to do bad things. Okay. So getting into or starting a relationship or finding somebody we're interested in, starting a relationship with them it can be intimidating for a lot of us. It's not always an easy thing to do. I know all of us want to be felt loved and needed by a significant other, and that's normal want and desire. Sometimes we got to watch out for going too far, one way or the other, getting it or not getting it. Watch out for those who are taking it too far. Yeah. So I don't know what to say. I think sometimes we gotta watch out for those who are online, maybe online talking about their hatred for women because they're not getting what they want when it comes to a relationship with a woman or a significant other. And exactly what to do and how to do it, I don't know. And I think there's warning signs that we can all look at and say, like, hey, this is whatever this person is thinking and what this person is thinking or doing. Wow, it doesn't sound good. It doesn't look good. And maybe talking to the person, maybe a person trusts, talking to them, maybe trying to help them get some help, directing them to get some help for what they're going through mentally, is probably a good idea. Oh my lord, it's just like nobody wants to have that low self-esteem, that low self-worth. Get so aggravated that they feel that they have to do something. And it's like just be careful and watch out if you think somebody's an incel. It seems to be those that consistently don't have a relationship and seem to be upset or angry about it, or have some um, tendencies where they feel less than, or they appear to be narcissistic, or are narcissists. So I think life can get better for them if they have the right help. And yeah, so I don't think anybody wants to really want to come down to it. I don't think anybody really wants to kill people. Of course, they're really just evil to begin with from jump. But I have this feeling that incels aren't like that. I don't believe they start out like that, and I really don't believe that. Um, I believe there's just people that want to have a life with somebody they can spend a life with, and for whatever reason aren't finding that. And I don't know. You just seem to think that there is somebody out there for everybody, and I think it comes down to finding that. And when things go too far for an individual, I think there's warning signs too. They may be minute. Somebody may have the ability to hide them really well, and even though there's usually something. Um, but anyway, just be watchful. You know, um, it's easy enough to have low self-esteem. Depression, anxiety, those other things. And then when talking about somebody being involuntarily celibate. It's something they don't want to be. Okay, and hopefully they can be guided to getting some help that can help them through that stage. Um, I don't necessarily believe it's transmaxing either. I don't believe that's a solution for it. That's something different. Um, Medically transitioning is just something totally, totally different. Uh, um, that's a mental health. It's a different mental health issue. Medically transitioning. Uh, I medically transitioned. It's not because I was involuntarily celibate. I've had a bunch of relationships. I've had two significant relationships as a result of have my own biological children before I medically transitioned. So that's not why I'm transitioning either. It's not because I was involuntarily celibate. It was because of gender dysphoria, gender identity disorder. And that's something totally, just something different. Um, so if you got comments, please leave comments below. Welcome to here's some read some comments and maybe suggestions, whatever. I don't know. It's just like, yeah, so bring some stuff up. What's a good way to deal with this stuff? I don't know. Maybe cut some stuff off before something bad happens. You know, um, Transmashing is, I guess, is the lesser of the two. And that's still not good because it devalues those of us who actually have a gender identity disorder / gender dysphoria, and do that because of the gender incongruence that we have. So yeah, I'll wrap this up and say thank you for joining me with this, or even coming by after I'm done. If you'd like to help, put a like, subscribe. I know I didn't put it in for Maybe I'll slip it in for during editing, where if you want to donate, you could donate through PayPal at hashtag Den Mother Amanda, capital D for Den, capital M for Mother, capital A for Amanda, and it's all together. All that, any of that, or all of that would be appreciated. Um, anyway, I hope you all have a great rest of your day, no matter what part of the day you're in when you watch this. And if no one tells you they love you today, I love you. Thanks for stopping by. Bye for now.